because evidence in a case like this is going to be preserved anyway.
You're exactly right. And what he's doing is abusing the court system as another way to defame ICE, to defame law enforcement, to defame the Trump administration. It's totally inappropriate. But remember, just last week, Keith Ellison, when talking about the FACE Act, didn't even understand what it was and had clearly never read it, but he's willing to go out on TV and talk about all these issues. But it's clearly a political stunt. What's going to happen is the federal government's going to investigate this case. The evidence will be preserved. If the state wants to do a parallel investigation, they can have at it, do whatever they want, but they're not entitled to be a part of the federal investigation. And ultimately, as we've talked about before, the state, if they try to charge these officers or this officer, they're going to ultimately fail in federal court because it will get removed to federal court and dismissed under the supremacy clause, under what's called supremacy clause or federal officer immunity, which has been precedent from the Supreme Court since 1890. So all he's doing is trying to continue to stir things up. It would be so nice if he, Waltz, Fry would at some point take a level of maturity, because it's their state that they should be trying to protect, and instead it's constant political theater and always racing to the bottom with him and those other two.
Yeah, just to sum it up for the audience, you can't bring this suit. You can't bring these charges if you're the state. This is complete grandstanding, and they're just doing it to try to sway public opinion in their favor. And they shouldn't be doing that, because as an AG, you're an officer of the court. You should be respectful of the law and the law that exists, and you can't make it up. It's very, very concerning. I do want to talk about this, though, Jonathan. Fox News congressional correspondent Bill Malugin reporting that, quote, there is extreme frustration with DHS officials going out on TV and putting out statements claiming that Alex Preddy was intending to conduct a massacre of federal agents or wanted to carry out maximum damage, even after numerous videos appeared to show those claims were inaccurate. And look, admittedly, the video of the shooting is tough to watch. President Trump came out and said as much over the weekend. If you were running this investigation, Jonathan, what questions would you be asking to bring down the temperature to your earlier answer?
Well, the most important thing to find out is what exactly happened, or as close as you could get to what exactly happened, and what was the perception of these agents. Did they have a reasonable fear that they were in danger of their lives? We do know Alex Preddy was engaged in committing a felony. We do know that. We do know he had a gun. And I believe we do know that the agents were aware that there was a gun there too. Beyond that, I think you want to find out what's going on. But the most important thing, which we've seen too many times with these, a narrative takes